Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SpeakEasy English Podcast.
Welcome to SpeakEasy, where we make English natural, easy, and fun.
I'm Amin. How are you doing today, Sara?
I'm good. A bit tired, to be honest. I had a long day yesterday. What about you?
I'm all right. Yeah, just the usual. Working, recording with you.
The exciting life of a podcaster.
Exactly. But before we jump into today's topic, if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button because we talk about real-life English situations every week.
And if you've been with us for a while, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you.
All right. So Sara just told me about her panic moment yesterday. And honestly, this happens to all of us.
It really does. Even native speakers freeze sometimes.
Right? But for English learners, it feels 10 times worse because you're already nervous about speaking a foreign language.
Exactly. So today, we're talking about panic mode. That moment when your mind goes blank, you can't find the words, and you just freeze.
And more importantly, how to escape from it.
Yes, because you can get out of it. There are strategies.
Okay, let's start with this. Why does panic mode even happen?
Good question. I think it's because when you're speaking a second language, your brain is working really hard.
Yeah, it's doing multiple things at once. You're thinking about vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation.
Right. And on top of that, you're trying to understand what the other person is saying.
Exactly. So your brain is already at like 80% capacity, and then something unexpected happens.
Like someone asks a question you didn't prepare for,
Or they use a word you don't know.
or they speak faster than you're used to.
And suddenly, boom, your brain overloads and just shuts down.
That's such a good way to describe it. It's like a computer crash.
Right? And I want everyone listening to know, this is completely normal. It doesn't mean your English is bad.
Not at all. It just means you're human.
Exactly. Even people speaking their native language have moments where they can't find the right word.
True. But when it happens in English, it feels more scary because, well, you're already outside your comfort zone.
Right. And that fear makes it worse. Because once you start panicking, it's harder to think clearly.
It becomes a cycle. You panic because you can't speak, and then you can't speak because you're panicking.
Exactly. So the key is learning how to break that cycle.
All right. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain during these moments.
Okay, so when you panic, your body goes into what's called fight or flight mode.
Which is a survival instinct, right?
Exactly. Your body thinks there's danger, so it prepares to either fight or run away.
But there's no real danger. You're just having a conversation.
Right, but your brain doesn't know that. Social embarrassment feels like a real threat to your brain.
That's fascinating. So what happens physically?
Your heart rate goes up, your breathing gets faster, and blood moves away from your brain to your muscles.
Wait, blood moves away from your brain?
Yeah, which is why you can't think clearly. Your brain literally has less resources to work with.
Oh, wow. So that's why everything goes blank.
Exactly. And for those of you listening, if you've ever felt this, now you know why. It's not your fault. It's biology.
That actually makes me feel better about it.
Right? Because once you understand what's happening, you can work with it instead of against it.
So how do we do that?
Well, first thing, and this is crucial, you need to recognize when it's starting to happen.
What are the signs?
Usually you'll notice your heart beating faster, or your mind starts racing, or you feel hot suddenly.
Oh, yeah, I definitely felt all of those yesterday.
Right. And the moment you notice these signs, that's your opportunity to take control.
Before it gets worse.
Exactly. Because if you catch it early, you can stop the panic before it takes over completely.
Okay, so let's say I'm in that moment. My heart is racing, my mind is blank. What do I actually do?
First strategy, and this is the most important one, breathe.
That's simple?
That simple. Take one deep breath. Just one. It doesn't have to be obvious.
So I'm not like in the middle of a meeting?
No, just a subtle, deep breath. Maybe you can disguise it as pausing to think.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, and that one breath does something really important. It tells your body, we're okay. There's no danger.
And then what?
Then buy yourself time. This is strategy number 2.
How do you buy time?
There are lots of ways. You can say, that's a good question, or let me think about that for a second.
Oh, so you're giving yourself a few extra seconds to recover.
Exactly. And the other person doesn't know you're panicking. They just think you're being thoughtful.
That's brilliant. What else can you say?
You can repeat part of their question. Like, if they ask, what do you think about the new project? You can say, what do I think about the new project? Well,
And while you're repeating it, your brain has time to process.
exactly. You're not just standing there in awkward silence.
Okay, so we breathe, we buy time. What if I still can't find the right words?
Third strategy, simplify. Use easier words.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say you're trying to explain something complicated, but you can't remember the technical vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of panicking about the perfect word, just describe it in simple terms.
Like, if I can't remember collaborate, I could say work together.
Perfect example. They mean basically the same thing.
But work together is much easier to remember when you're stressed.
Exactly. And honestly, native speakers do this all the time when they can't think of a word.
Really?
All the time. They'll be like, you know that thing, the round thing for eating soup.
A bowl.
Yes. So if native speakers can't always find the right word immediately, why should you expect perfection from yourself in a second language?
That's such a good point.
Here's another strategy. Redirect the conversation.
What does that mean?
If you really can't answer a question, you can politely move the conversation in a different direction.
How?
You could say something like, that's interesting, but actually, I'm more curious about, and then ask them a question instead.
Oh, so you're taking control back.
Exactly. You're not just sitting there struggling, you're actively managing the conversation.
I like that. What if I'm in a situation where I can't redirect, like someone specifically needs an answer from me?
Then be honest. And this might sound scary, but it actually works really well.
What do you mean?
Just say, I'm sorry, I need a moment to organize my thoughts. Or, can you rephrase that question?
And people are okay with that?
Most people are totally fine with it, especially if they know you're not a native speaker.
I guess we imagine they'll judge us, but actually they probably understand.
Exactly. Most people are more patient and understanding than we think.
And asking someone to rephrase is actually really smart, because maybe the problem isn't that you don't know the answer. Maybe you just didn't fully understand the question.
Great point. Sometimes panic happens because we misunderstood something, not because we lack the knowledge.
This has been such a helpful conversation. I feel way more prepared for the next time I freeze up.
Good. So let's quickly recap the main strategies we talked about.
Okay, first, breathe. One deep breath to calm your body.
Second, buy yourself time with phrases like, "That's a good question," or by repeating part of their question.
Third, simplify your language. Use easier words instead of panicking about the perfect vocabulary.
Fourth, redirect the conversation if you need to.
And fifth, be honest if you need more time or need them to rephrase.
Perfect summary.
And remember, everyone, this happens to literally everyone. You're not alone.
Not at all. Even Sarah froze up yesterday, and she's pretty fluent.
Thanks for that reminder.
All right, so we want to hear from you. Have you experienced panic mode when speaking English?
Yeah, send us a voice message. Tell us about a time you froze up. What happened? How did you handle it?
And if you found strategies that work for you, share those too. We'd love to hear what helps.
Your experiences could really help other listeners who are going through the same thing.
And if this episode was useful, please share it with someone who might need these tips. You probably know someone who gets nervous speaking English.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're here every week with conversations like this.
Thanks so much for listening to SpeakEasy English Podcast.
Remember, we make English natural, easy, and fun.
See you next time.